Some of you going to sleep and you don't deserve rest. You lazy, you don't deserve rest. Rest is for people who work. You ain't doing nothing. Every day you chilling. You need to know your why, and my why wakes me up every single morning. Oh, you don't get it. Listen to me very closely. You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down, but I'm gonna tell you something. Life's gonna hit you in your mouth, and you gotta do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knocked out. At the end of your feelings is nothing. But at the end of every principle is a promise. Find a man who's diligent at what he does, and he shall stand before kings and not mean men. Every day you say no to your dreams, you might be pushing your dreams back a whole 6 months. That one single day, that one day you didn't get up, could have pushed your stuff back I don't know how long. The first level to success in life, listen to me, the very first level is you seeing it. Like it's clear to you. Like you know exactly what you want. You know exactly when you want it. Listen to me, you know exactly what it tastes like. You know what it looks like. You know what it smells like. Before you really blow up, and you get success, you literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it.
Come here to make friends. I don't even care if they respect me. I know who I am. Got enough respect for myself. I do not want them to beat me.
They're never gonna beat you.
They came close to that.
And I'm telling you right now because I care about you. I'm telling you right now because I've been there, I've done that. You've been in it for 3 years and you about to quit. You've been doing it for 5 years and it don't look like you think. You put all your money in it. You put all your time in it. People looking at you crazy. 5 years you've invested whole. You put too much in it to quit now. And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. But this is my time, this is my moment. Tomorrow, ain't no such thing as tomorrow. What does your dream look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind.
I'm Mike Chipos, man. I got this, yeah.
And all the pussy that come with it. So full of focus, I'm insisting on keeping it going. The franchise, I exist in a league of my own. Expect attention, I'm familiar with being ignored. The true back, can't locking and closing the door. Rick roll in the road, I won't move. The king, I'm like Roy in the ring, I can't lose. Show the face of what compare to man. You wanna walk? Motherfucker ain't hard to find. I holler back, nigga. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook.
Once upon a time, there was a kid. Now, this kid left home when he was 14 years old to pursue his dream. Now, he never achieved what he went looking for. He was heartbroken, he was angry, and felt like there was no way that he could ever fill the gap that was missing from that heartbreak. So this kid started hitting the gym to get out the anger, to release the pressure that he had set on himself. But he knew that something was missing. Something was missing in his life that he needed to bring back. So he decided that he was going to take this newfound hobby. He was going to show the world something they've never seen before. Do something that everybody told him was just not possible. Especially considering that he was studying aerospace engineering. Not enough time. Not enough time. Definitely not. This kid had no money. He would work at a nightclub 3 nights a week to make just enough money to scrape by. Just enough. Now he had to pay for food, supplements. He didn't know how he was going to do it. Nobody would help him. He asked, he looked. Nobody was gonna help him do it. Nobody believed he would do it. So he said, fuck it, I'm gonna continue. I am gonna find a way. That's what he told himself. He would take the train, wake up at 5:30 in the morning, cook his meals, and then take the train. Now, he wouldn't pay for his train ticket because he knew if he could just get on the train 10 times in a month, that meant he could afford that simple, cheapest protein powder he could find on the internet. Then maybe he'd have a chance. Every month, he would have zero in his bank account. He didn't have a car. Hell, he didn't even give a shit about girls. He would spend all his time studying for a study, reading articles about nutrition. Now this kid, he went on and he won a show in England. He still had no help. Didn't win anything. Then he went on to a show for Europe, and he won that too. All of a sudden, people started asking questions. Who in hell is this kid? Who just came from nowhere? Complete nobody. Who is he? He must be doing something. He went to Las Vegas and won. He won 3 competitions in 4 months. And he was only 22 years old and never competed in his life. He's definitely on steroids. Definitely on steroids. He couldn't even pay his train card. But he's on steroids. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about this kid. Before you judge him, he lived 2 years of his life the way nobody would, so that he can live the rest of his life the way nobody else can.
I got it, grind won't stop, hustle won't quit, shine like no other. I be on some other shit. I got a high price lifestyle, super bad bitch. If I want it, then I got it. If I don't, then all I gotta do is go. Stay about my business, ball till I fall, lost it till I finish. I can go. Stay about my business. I live in G, stacking millions to the ceiling. Head for a crown, all I wanna do is ball. Put my money over bitches, put my hustle overall. Louis down to the draw. Louis Vuitton kids, got a mad hat, a swagger bitch, a stupid dumb shit. With a group of young bitches and they stupid dumb kids. I'm the marathon man, all I do is run shit. A sophisticated kind of dick, superficial, still official, multi-million-dollar shit. Money in the object, hot shit. Bitch, I got a sauna on my arm, a sick nigga with no diamond, rich and Millie Basharon. They just talk about they got it, I'm the upper echelon, though. Bitch, I'm about that shit, you gone with the combo. I done done more than you dream about, your dream, bitch, your dream house. Only passing them beans out, with a bad crew, the whole team high. Gone boy, get seen by. Bro, you know me, you know I be. Stacking that dough, that's all I see. I G-O-G-E-D-I-D.
Success, guys, is a very, very lonely road, man. Very few people are willing to endure the pain, the sacrifice, due diligence to be successful. It's an uphill battle. And along that road, you're not gonna see too many friends. You're gonna see your shadow most often. You gotta trust in the heart of hearts, inside what you're doing, what you believe in is a worthy cause, a winnable fight. See, the thing is, for many people, they've tried the same path you're on, and they failed. As you walk this journey, you're gonna see carcasses all over the place of people that didn't quite have it. That should inspire you, because you got further than that person and that person. But you're not looking to get further than them, you're looking to finish. How do you know you're on the right path? Where do you go to ensure that? Success. Many will love you for it. The majority will hate you. Because your success makes them feel insufficient in their current endeavor. Reminds them of where they could have done it but they came up short and how they didn't revisit it. Where they went at it and failed, and failure is what stood and never revisited it again. The difference between a winner and a loser, the failure's there every single time. It's just the winner gets back up and does it again, and does it again, until it goes his way. So now you're down that path and you're all alone. How do you know you're on the right path? How do you know what you're doing is in the right direction? It's not the title that makes you, it's not the success that makes you. The character defines the success, defines the fame, and it starts right there. Championships aren't won in the theater or the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, in the labs, in the 5 a.m. runs, and the training when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, that you do it right, the best of your ability every single time.
Victory has defeated you. May I remind you, you adopted the dark. Meaning that you practiced in the dark, was born in the dark, shaped by the dark, molded by the dark. Some of you were soft, but you were born in the dark, and now you're soft. Every time you come up to a challenge, you quit, you surrender, you give up, you give in. Every single thing I go through, I remember I was homeless, and I draw from it. Every single time I'm going through pain, I remember that I've gone through pain since I was a kid. I draw from it. Recycle your pain.
And the last pick is...
They didn't call my name.
told me it was over. But I've been deaf since I was 3, so I didn't listen.
Get something from it. You already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness. Some of you, your success has messed you up. You so successful now you soft. Your success has not benefited you. You've not grown as a result of being successful. You've lost your bite. You're not hungry anymore. Your success is damaging you. Are you hearing me? Some of you have been knocked out by life, and you got up and saw the blood, and he hit me. Sometimes in life, you have to hit back. It's not always going to be easy. They're not going to give it to you. They're not going to give you success. They're not going to put it on the platter. But if you're willing to work for it, if you're willing to put the sweat, the blood, the tears, if you're willing to earn it, they don't give away Bentleys. They're never on sale.
Choose ye this day, motherfucker. What will you be? Beast or bitch? Fuck average. If it's one thing I fucking can't stand, and that's an average motherfucker. Fuck average. Are you gonna be a beast or a bitch? You make the call, motherfucker. It ain't up to me. It's up to you. You gonna be a soft butterbean looking motherfucker your whole entire life? You cotton candy eating motherfucker? The fuck up and do some work. Grab your goddamn bootstraps, tighten your motherfucking belt up and get your bitch ass in the gym and do something. You gonna be a hip-having motherfucker your whole entire life? Ain't you been a motherfucking pacifier sucking pussy long enough, motherfucker? Don't you think it's time to do something about that? Step through the looking glass. I'm not giving you no motherfucking, I'll extend your, hell no. Right now, motherfucker, you bring that shit. Ball your fucking fists up and knock something the fuck out. Don't let that motherfucking iron rule you. It's a piece of fucking iron. It's an inanimate object. You command that shit. That's why I'm number one, because I'm willing to do what you ain't willing to do. All you want to do is talk shit about what I'm doing. But you know what, motherfucker? I'm doing something. I got my motherfucking ass in there and I'm doing my motherfucking best. That's all I ask of any one of you empty-headed motherfuckers, is to give me everything that you got. If you give me everything you got, all of it, every bit of it, you cannot fail, motherfucker. It's impossible for you to fail. Fuck average.
I'm all about connecting with people, you know, sharing my heart and sharing this journey. When I used to advertise for Strength Camp way back in the day, and people would call me and they'd ask, you know, what kind of results can I expect? People want me to tell them, you know, oh, you're gonna get a thinner waist in 30 days. I would never say shit like that. I would say, look, to be completely honest with you, buddy, you're going to have stronger hands and a thicker neck because we pick a lot of shit off the floor. I don't know how your body's going to respond, but I can tell you one thing, you're gonna work your ass off. The root issue here is that you've got to be a strong individual. I don't care what it is that your goal is in life. And you know, a lot of people are going to argue with me, and there are those who are successful in life who are physically weak. That's fine. But in the Elliott Hulse model of personal development, you always start with the development of your strength, your performance capacity. You've got to be able to move. You've got to be able to use your own body. You've got to be able to walk, lunge, twist, squat, bend, push, pull. You're going to be able to do all the things that a human body is designed to do so that you will not only be physically strong, you'll be physiologically strong, and psychologically you will feel the confidence associated with being able to do things. If you've been following me this long, you realize that growing stronger is a metaphor for becoming the strongest version of yourself on all levels. So don't let the fear of jumping into the next stage of your personal evolution stop you. You have no fear, really. And really, you know that you're going to be successful no matter what you do. You're just that type of guy. Do all that you can this day. Give it all. Spend yourself. Right? If you could do more sprints, do more sprints. Give it all. But be just as vigilant with your time off. Do all that you can this day and be done with it. If your mind is not right, you're not strengthening the most important part of your body, then you're dying. Right? We're constantly evolving. Human beings evolve. We evolve on multiple levels. And your personal evolution is intrinsically linked to the amount of ideas that you subject yourself to. Don't be afraid of any ideas or any bullshit superstition that people give you. Read everything, absorb everything, experiment with everything, experience life, and grow stronger. The more that you have to offer to other people, and the better you'll be able to navigate your life. And I invite you, anyone who's watching this, to constantly and consistently bombard your mind with resourceful ideas that are going to help you grow stronger. Never get personally identified with the things you have. Become personally identified with the person you're becoming, with your character, with who you are. Explore, have lots of experiences, have lots of failures. They all contribute to you becoming the strongest version of yourself. Most people, their lives are just mulling along. They get excited to watch fucking football on the weekends, get hammered, hate waking up to go to their job in the morning on Mondays, stuff down, shut down, suppress, depress. The true energetic expression that's within them, the things that they want to do, the people that they want to become, who they want to be. And that is a trade-off for stability, for your safe, comfortable situation. Me, I'd rather live dangerously and hungry. You go from expending yourself, giving all you've got out of the love for your thing, to tension and anxiety, frustration, and ultimately resentment. This is what's going to happen. You're going to become resentful. Don't ever let that concept ever cross the path of your consciousness. So that's it, my friend. Yes, spend yourself. Give everything you have. Leave nothing on the table. But when it's done, it's done. Do all that you can this day and be done with it. Tomorrow, start fresh. Done.
Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all.
name up in lights, he just wants to be heard. Whether it's the beat or the mic, he feels so unlike everybody else, alone. In spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving them starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach. And now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he fucking with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a prick, he's a cock. The type women wanna be within rappers, hope he gets shot. 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his shit is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of shit that comes out of this kid's throat top. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth or does it stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best, dedicated to what they do and give 100%.
Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those motherfuckers he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. Yeah. Fort Minor, M. Shinoda, styles of beyond. Ryu, Talk Beer, Machine Shop.
Right? Because I realized something. When I started studying successful people, what I realized successful people do is that they don't go with the days, they go with the hours. And if you only have 24 hours in a day and you sleep in 8 of those hours, then you only have what left? Listen to me. You only operating with 16 hours to be successful. Now, let's leave sleep alone. You slept for 8 hours, you got 16 hours left. How many of y'all talk on the phone? Right? You have talked away your success. So some of you, if you look at your day, you probably spend an hour or 2 hours on the telephone. And this is what's crazy about the telephone. It's not a redeemable value. So when you talk to your homegirl on the phone and you gossiping with your girl, I'm not talking about the phone conversation. I'm not tripping about that. What I'm tripping about is you eating away at your hours. So you only have so many hours in a day to be successful. 8 of them just went to sleep. Another 2 of them went to what? Talking on the telephone. Listen to me, that's 10 out of 24. You only got 14 left to be successful. And out of that 14, some of it you use in the cab. You was in the cab for about an hour chilling. Right, 2. I got 2. You in there 2. Right? Listen to what I'm saying. You have less than 8 hours, some of you, to get what you need to get done. And I'm not tripping. You can use your time like you want to. But if you're only putting in 8 hours a day and you think you're going to be successful when you get out of here, you got another thing coming. People who are, let me say something, I want to say something real quick about success. Success, whether you know it or not, is very intentional and deliberate. There has never ever been a person who blew up and was successful and it happened by chance.
Right here where you are last year, and I watched the class of 2006. And I said, wow. That's what a Hall of Famer is. Certainly I am not that. And I doubt it. I would ever have the chance to stand before you today. So when I returned home, I spoke with Michael and Elijah, and I said, that's how you do it, son. You do it like they did it. I wanted to stand in front of my boys and say, do it like your dad, like any proud dad would want to. And at that moment, a voice came over me, and it said, look up, get up, and don't ever give up. You tell everyone or anyone that has ever doubted, thought they did not measure up, or wanted to quit, you tell them to look up, get up, and don't ever give up. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Everybody, I know you can believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you will know how to ride a bike.
Together we made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
See, a nigga survived the worst, but my life is glorious. Better know that I leaped every hurdle and I'm so victorious. Take a look, I'm a symbol of greatness, not call a nigga Morpheus. As for securing the win, but to believe I'm so notorious. You know that I've been about my bread, even though we rapping now. We used to live on the strip, even though a nigga higher level trapping now. I superseded every one of my little struggles, and failure has never ever been an option. A nigga paper long like rush hour traffic, and I'm about to take a hood shopping. Get it!
Together we made it.
See, we did it, niggas.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited, and they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road, on the road, on the road.
In the projects to this banging instrumental.
On the road.
Ride with me, yeah. We come to get it.
Yeah, yo. When it all got started, we were steadily just getting rejected, and it seemed like nothing we could do would ever get us respected. At best we were stressed, at the worst they probably said we're pathetic. Had all the pieces to that puzzle, just no way to connect it. I was fighting through every rhyme, tightening up every line, never resting the question if I was out of my mind. It finally came time to do it or let it die, so we put the chips on the table and told them to let it ride, singing, yeah.
Together we made it.
See, we did it, niggas.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited, and they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road, on the road, on the road.
In the projects to this banging instrumental.
On the road.
Ride with me.
On the road.
We come to get it.
On the road.
Yeah. Look, in case you misunderstand exactly what I'm building, shit that I can leave for my children. Now on my wake up I smile to see how far I've come. Fighting for sales on the strip to a gate to hustle from. From nights in jail on a bench, using my muscle, son. To counting money like Dre and Jimmy and Russell once. But now I live when I dream. You see, we finally did it. Let's make a toast to the hustle, regardless how you get it. Sing it.
Together we made it.
See, we did it, niggas.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited, and they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road, on the road, on the road.
In the projects to this banging instrumental.
On the road.
Ride with me.
On the road.
We come to get it.
On the road.
Yeah.
Someday doesn't exist. Never has and never will. There is no someday. There's only today. Real supermen don't leap over buildings in a single bound. They take small, determined steps consistently over time. It's not about finding out who you are, it's about creating who you are. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Ask yourself honestly, who do you want to be? And what are you willing to do to become that person?
When you want something out of life, you've got to be willing to go into action. Don't wait around for things to be just right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the ideal situation. It will never be ideal. There will always be a reason. Well, as soon as the children grow up, as soon as I pay my bills, or as soon as I get my divorce, as soon as I get enough money together, do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. A lot of people never take a chance in life. They don't want to take any chances. They want the situation to be ideal. See, that's not walking by faith. That's walking by sight. If I can see it, I'll do it. No. A lot of people say, if I can see it, I'll believe it. No. If you believe it, you can see it. And don't be disturbed because no one else can see it. That's not unusual. That is ordinary. But because you want some different kind of results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you don't judge according to appearances. Part of being unreasonable, you can see it because you believe it. That's part of being unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you're like Paul who said, you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. That's part of being unreasonable. The other thing is that one of the keys to self-motivation that empowers you is that you want to find a cause larger than yourself. Find something that you can contribute to. Find something that you can make a difference because you can. Part of what feeds your larger vision, part of what gives you a reason for being, part of what gives you your life is being able to give something back. Say, I can't afford to give anything. You can't afford not to give. Give your time. Give your talent. There's nothing just to go there and lick envelopes. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going over there. It's part of my tithing in the universe. Once you develop that special sense of mission, and that's what you develop when you're part of a larger cause than yourself, it drives you. You don't need an alarm clock to get up in the morning. You have special power. You'll go places and folk will like to be around you. They will know there's something different about you. When you go in, they'll say, hey, that's somebody important. I want to know who you are. I just want to be near you.
that energy that you have, that consciousness that you will embody, will affect everybody around you. The next thing is that you want to create a home court advantage for yourself. You've got to be aware of who you have around you. So you want to be selective. Have friends that will enable you to grow. So according to the relationships that you develop, we grow from people and projects. And the relationships that you develop can enhance and can enrich your life, or they can drain you. I know many talented people who had a great deal of potential, but because they didn't surround themselves with other people that will inspire them to transcend themselves, they never realize their greatness, and they will end up going to their grave with all their good stuff still in them. So you want to look at your relationships, the people that you're involved with, the people that you communicate with most often, and you want to ask yourself the question, what am I becoming because of this relationship? Does it inspire me? Am I motivated? Am I encouraged? Am I driven to develop myself? Am I seeking my own greatness? What kind of person am I becoming because of this relationship? Am I becoming more cynical and negative about life? Ask yourself that. The next thing is, you've got to say yes to your life. You've got to say yes. Yes to my dreams. Yes to me. Yes, I can make it. Yes, I can. Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. Yes, yes. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. Yes. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet. I'm still in the process of transforming my life. I'm still in the process of becoming.
Woo! 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 One and then the two and then the three and then the four. Then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four. Then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta.
Yo, these niggas can't breathe when I come through. Hum to some shoes, gotta be 20, man. It's not even funny, they can't. The chokehold's too tight, the left looks too right. You know what? You right. These bitches can't. Look, they hearts racing, they start chasing, but I'm so fast when I blow past that they can't. In the presence of the man, your future look better than your past if you present with the man. You better. You niggas can't share my air. I walk a mile in the pair I wear, and I'm getting better year by year, like they say wine do. Cops couldn't smell me if you brought the K9s through. And I pace myself. I know these money hungry bitches wanna taste my wealth, but I keep them on a diet, embrace their health, or even keep them on the quiet and space myself and just take a deep breath. I got them grabbing their chest, cause it's hurting them to see fabbing is best, and they in they worst. They'd rather see me laying a hearse than laying a back. And I ain't just laying the verse, I'm saying the facts. I came back with some sicker stones that got these broke niggas looking at me like they choking on a chicken bone. Every chick I bone can't leave a dick alone, so I know it's one of them every time I flip my phone. Breathe.
One and then the two and then the three and then the four. Then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four. Then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four. Then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta.
Yo, these niggas can't breathe when I come through. Hum to some shoes, gotta be 20, man. It's not even funny, they can't. The chokehold's too tight, the left looks too right. You know what? You right. These bitches can't. Look, they hearts racing, they start chasing, but I'm so fast when I blow past that they can't. In the presence of the man, the future look better than the past if you present with the man, bitch. I see them on the block when I pass, it's looking like they need oxygen masses. I make it hard to
But I keep the Glocks in the stashes, cause the cops wanna lock and harass us and make it harder. They has to react like having an asthma attack when they see the plasma and back. You dudes are wheezing behind me. My flow is like a coupe, breezing at 90. That's the reason they signed me. The slick metaphors and hard punches on the cuts. Feel something like hard punches to the gut. High dress the haters and underestimate us, and ride up on them like they escalators. They shook up and hooked up the respirators on their last breath, talking to investigators. I'm a breath of fresh air in a fresh pair. Face it, boo, and do it till your face get blue. And then
1 and then a 2, 2 and then a 3, 3 and then a 4, then you gotta breathe. 1 and then a 2, 2 and then a 3, 3 and then a 4, then you gotta breathe. 1 and then a 2, 2 and then a 3, 3 and then a 4, then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta.
Yo, these niggas can't breathe when I come through. Hum to some shoes, gotta be 20, man. It's not even funny, they can't. The chokehold's too tight, the left looks too right. You know what? You right. These bitches can't look. They hearts racing, they start chasing, but I'm so fast when I blow past that they can't. In the presence of the man, your future look better than your past if you present with the man. You gotta, when the crew walk in it, pop a few cokes in it, as quick as a tick in a New York minute. Catch your breath before you catch a left, even worse, catch a F. Only way you catch an F to the AB, it's in the maybe. Rolling with my baby, gripping on a toy that you won't find at KB. I rhyme slick on ya, they don't have to put the Heimlich on ya. What you know about letting dimes lick on ya while you inhale the weed, and it won't stop till they inhale your seed, and it don't stop till I tell them to breathe. Like a doctor with a stethoscope, I don't see no fucking hope unless these motherfuckers. Yeah, Brooklyn got her, Uptown got her, the Bronx got her, Queens got her, Staten now got her, you niggas got her, you bitches got her, everybody.
1 and then the 2, 2 and then the 3, 3 and then the 4, then you gotta.
Still Not Done is a lifestyle. It's something you talk about and you be about. This is one thing that I'm gonna tell y'all. You got two choices in life. You gonna be great, or you just gonna exist. Let's go! Because being great is what life's all about. And everybody has potential to be great. So you have the decision to make when you wake up every morning, what you're gonna decide to do. Keep pushing! Let's go! At the end of the day, success isn't measured by how much money you have in your bank account. Success is measured by the greatness that you empower others to do, by the ones you have around you that uplift you and take you to the next level. And that's being great, my friends. And being great, you're never getting there unless you're still not done. People talk about, I don't have time to work out. I got so much work to do. I got this I gotta do. I got that I gotta do. Man, there ain't no excuse for why you can't work out. You wake up and eat because you gotta eat to survive. You gotta work out and stay healthy to survive. So I don't care what time it is, people. At 4:30 in the morning, I get up. We get money. It's nothing. We don't wait around. Because I got a busy day where I gotta excel in my career, where I gotta excel in raising my son, where I gotta excel being a great husband, where I gotta excel being a great human being and impacting my community. Waking up is just a mindset. Regardless if it's 8 a.m. in the morning or 5 a.m. in the morning, you're not gonna want to get up. So you might as well get up and get that money right away, right out the gate. There's 24 hours in a day, regardless of who you are. So why is it some people achieve greatness and others don't? What's your excuse?
It's too light! It is too light! Let's go!
I'm the best man on the East Coast, grinding to be a scholar baller, and I'm still not done.
I'm from Germany, and I'm still not done.
My name's Emeka Ikeguano. I'm a community activist, and I'm still not done.
I'm out in Derby, better known as the Juice Man, and I'm still not done. 7 a.m. football practice, now I'm in study hall getting it in. Scholar ball. 4 papers, 1 quiz, 2 pens, 1 pencil, no rest, beast.
So then let's consider first of all, what is a mind in the grip of vicious circles? Well, one of the most obvious instances that we all know is the phenomenon of worry. The doctor tells you that you have to have an operation.
And that has been set up so that automatically everybody worries about it. But since worrying takes away your appetite and your sleep, it's not good for you. But you can't stop worrying, and therefore you get additionally worried that you are worrying. And then, furthermore, because that is quite absurd and you are mad at yourself because you do it, you are worried because you worry because you worry. That is a vicious circle. So now, can you allow your mind to be quiet? Isn't it difficult? Because the mind seems to be like a monkey, jumping up and down and jabbering all the time. Once you've learned to think, you can't stop. And an enormous number of people devote their lives to keeping their minds busy and feel extremely uncomfortable with silence. When you're alone, nobody's saying anything, there's nothing to do. There's this worry, this lack of distraction. I'm left alone with myself, and I want to get away from myself. I'm always wanting to get away from myself. That's why I go to the movies, that's why I read mystery stories, that's why I go after girls or anything that you do, or get drunk or whatever. I don't want to be with myself. I feel queer. So, well, why do you want to run away from yourself? What's so bad about it? Why do you want to forget this? Why do you want to become yourself? Because you are addicted to thoughts. This is a drug, a real dangerous one. Compulsive thinking, going on and on and on and on and on all the time. It's a habit. So there's a difficulty about stopping that activity. And you really have to stop it if you want to be sane. Because if I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. Then I'll end up in the situation of having nothing to talk about but my own talking. Or so in exactly the same way, if I think all the time, I won't have anything to think about except thoughts. So in order to have something to think about, there are times when you simply must stop thinking. Well, how do you do that? The first rule is don't try to. Because if you do, you will be like someone trying to make rough water smooth with a flat iron. And all that will do will stir it up. So in the same way as a muddy, turbulent pool quiets itself when left alone, you have to know how to leave your mind alone. It will quiet itself.